but not Boone and Erickson making fun, but it was one of our characters, either August the janitor or the senator or someone else.
Is August here today? I thought I saw him down the hall.
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you cleaned up the joint pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was cleaning it up for those
the
guys in the morning, you know.
Yeah, you got them dead mouses out of there, too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one. Okay, buddy.
What did you use on the mouses?
I had an advertiser.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Right.
A mouse killer.
Roger, you...
So, and the script was, you know, you lay this out there and they die, they're dead, they're gone, you know. It sounded awful. So I started
You
voice of a mouse.
Yeah, you did
the voice of a mouse.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it...
Did you have a name for the character?
Squeaky?
and I can't even remember what voice I used for that, but...
You know, I'd like to just stop in here and interrupt you on your commercials. You know, it says I killed mouse dead. Isn't that kind of, you know, just, I mean, what kind of men would say such a thing as that?
That's politically incorrect.
And actually, if you'd take a picture of me today and show them to one of your friends, you'd realize how cuddly I am. And
so every morning, just kind of ad-lib a little thing, and eventually it got to be the whole commercial. I had to figure...
Dear listeners, do I need to...
So I was waiting for the advertiser to say, hey, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
And we did meet with them for lunch one time. They said, straight, keep doing it. I said...
Folks, if you're just tuning in and you're thinking you're hearing Boone and Erickson, this can't be. But it is. They're with us. We're going to you'll hear Sinatra at 2 o'clock today. Yeah, my impression of Boone and Erickson. Sinatra fans, he'll be singing at you at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so don't worry, we'll get the whole show in. But we got Boone and Erickson here, a rare moment for us. Roger, you used to do the mornings at CCO Radio during bad weather. You'd have all the school. You closed more schools than 100 flu epidemics, didn't you, over the years, huh? I mean, every morning, in the winter with the storms and the blizzards.
And we took it very seriously.
Yeah.
And you'd want to do it as fast as possible, but you had to get the pronunciation out there. They don't miss it because a lot of school names sounded alike.
Yeah, that's right.
If you just mumble through them, but go as fast as you can. Yeah.
You were a hero to kids because you gave them the day off, basically.
Oh, I have all kinds of awards from kids for closing school. Yeah, we still got them.
You couldn't pronounce Edina, Edina, or Eli, or Cockatoo for Cocato. It had to be right.
Oh, I got to tell you, so cockatoo.
Yeah.
This was I can't remember who was filling in doing a sports show in the morning because everybody was going. Oh, I know, it was the first guy who did the hockey. What's
Al Shaver.
Al Shaver.
Mm-hmm.
Al Shaver. Well, when hockey season was over, he went to the management and said, I'm sitting around, nothing to do. You got anything for me to do? So they said, well, they got that 5-minute sports section at 7:25.
And may I interrupt? Al was from Canada.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. So they put him in at 7:25. And one day I hear him, and he's talking about cockatoo in basketball. Cockatoo defeats whatever. Cockatoo. Oh, Cocato. From Canada. So the telephone rings.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Tell that guy. So he comes up to me, will you help me? I really need help. And I said, no problem. Well, one time he came up and says, how do you pronounce this? And I said, well, it is, I'm trying to remember, what's the town near Chaska?
Shakopee.
Mm-hmm. It's Shakopee. It's a Native American name,
Sure.
and it's very important that you get it right.
It is.
He goes, Shakopee, the phones ring.
Yep.
Erickson, you did it again.
Erickson.
He lives on the island of off Vancouver.
Oh, yeah. Victoria.
Victoria,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's a wonderful guy.
He's great
Yeah.
play-by-play.
His son does play-by-play. doesn't
Yeah,
he?
right, he does. He's a wonderful guy.
Oh, he is.
Shaver's a great guy, and I think I told you, Charlie, when you were on the show a month ago, that I was out there the night of the meeting. By the way, Charlie and Roger are charter members of the Museum of Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Yes, you are. And
I know how much that cost to get that?
I paid part of the bribe money, but I wanted you guys in there. You belong there, and you are charter members. I was emceeing a few years back.
Excuse me, another charter member in that in that group was the management of WAVN, the manager.
Really? Is that right? The manager. Would that be?
The name has left me. The name has left me.
Yeah.
Rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're being prompted to two layers of glass here. He's coming in. Dan Smith will give us the name. Richie Power?
Richie Power, and then there was another.
Yeah. Call him up. Call him up.
Rich Power, yeah.
Get Rich Little on the line.
And Rich owned the station, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of it.
Yeah. Cannon got in. Steve Cannon was inducted into the Hall of Fame about 10 years ago. I had what started out to be the honor of emceeing the night. Everything went wrong. Murphy's Law was in full. Here's a room full of communications specialists. Everything they had prepared on CD, on film, on videotape went down the drain. Everything. So I had a choice. I could either walk off or just have fun with it. I stayed, and Al Shaver, when the mics went on again, introduced Cannon. It's the only time I've ever seen Cannon have his head handed to him. Shaver just sliced and diced him, and Cannon was bent over laughing. It was so funny. Steve didn't know whether to leave the room or leave the country. He's just got head. Shaver's a very wicked wit. He's very fast. He's very bright.
Loves to tell naughty stories.
He does. And he told a couple that night, and we're not going to tell them here. But he's just a great guy. Shaver's son, he's done some play-by-play, too. And good Canadian. By the way, Canada Day yesterday. Hey, a belated Happy Canada to all our listeners, yes. What about the New Zealanders? What's your day, Margaret? When's New Zealand Day? Do we know? Yeah, sometime. It's on the calendar there.
The most famous wedding couple recently married.
Canada. Yes, they are. Kate and Will.
Kate and Will are in Canada.
They are the toast of Canada.
They are indeed.
I
think
such wonderful
They're
people.
in Calgary today.
Yeah, they were in Ottawa, I think, yesterday for Canada Day, and out in Calgary, the Stampede. Every guy's been up to Alberta.
That is the biggest city, bigger than you ever expect. I thought it was a little town.
It's great.
It's huge.
Canada is the best kept secret in North America.
Isn't that the
Nobody knows. My mother grew up in Saskatchewan. People think they hear that word, they think it's a venereal disease. They don't have any idea what it is. People don't know.
Oh, the Canadians are.
They are.
The great people.
They're, my cousins. I'm kind of half Canadian. I'm proud to be an American, but
they must be well educated, because more people in the news business and people in...
That's true.
Well, the guy on Jeopardy, he's Canadian.
Alex Trebek?
Sure.
Peter Jennings was Canadian.
Jennings was Canadian.
Yeah, we all are entertainers.
Yeah.
Paul Anka, you go all the way up and down. It's great. Then we have CCO Radio. Any other... you must have just a whole storehouse. Have you guys ever thought about doing a book, doing a reminiscence, doing a memoir? It's... The station has changed.
I started my memoir when I retired.
Yeah.
And I got to 3 pages and...
Did you really start when? Did you?
Well, for my grandkids.
Yeah.
Just to remind them of what their grandfather.
They have lots of recordings of you guys, but your memories, like we're doing today, they're priceless. This is a time that's not going to come again. Broadcasting has changed markedly.
Start writing your book, Rush.
You know what stations are now mostly? People come in the morning and lay down what they call voice tracks. You come in and do a whole day's worth of stuff by reciting about 20 lines into this, and the computer cranks them in to the whole day. So you're doing records, but you're not there. It's eerie to walk into stations unlike this one where we have real people. George, you're real, aren't you?
Real partners, I know.
Thank you. Dan's real, I know that. But it's true. Our stations were populated with real people, and they worked a shift. Now a guy or a gal comes in the morning, lays down about 30 tracks, and leaves for the day. And the computer intersperses them between records. It sounds like they're there, but they're not. They're not even from the area. So it's true, Charlie. It's called voice tracking, and that's the voice of broadcasting 2011.
And of course, with satellite radio, that happens.
Right. That's right. Yeah. You were telling me, Charlie, you did a cross-country drive. Maybe it was earlier this year, last year, and you could dial up Sinatra and just listen to him all the way, and it was fantastic. There are some nice things to be said about that. But people, when it's all said and done, gravitate toward people like you, personalities who talk to them, who are their friends, who speak their language. That's what I like about people from this area. And Charlie, you are a Minnesotan, even though you were born out in New England. You speak Minnesotan fluently.
I married a Minnesotan.
Yeah,
34 years ago.
Carol, sweet lady.
And then I really started to understand, knowing Carol and getting to know her father. Mm-hmm. I really got to know Roger. It made our relationship, I think. Mm-hmm. I was having difficulty figuring out what was a Minnesotan. And but I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the farm. I thought a silo was singing alone. I didn't know anything. And
now Charlie will sing a silo.
I drive out to the farm, and I say, "What's that stuff along the road?" Well, those are the beans. And she'd tell me all about walking the beans. I didn't know anything about that. By the way, the corn is not knee-high by the 4th.
It's not, is it?
No.
No, it's stunted.
Not this year.
That's because the state is shut down, Charlie.
That's right.
That's why.
Of course.
That's it.
Well, that's the last time we did a show. So you married a woman from the farm, right?
Yes.
And I married, let's see.
You're from the farm, and
I'm
you
from
married
the farm, and I married someone who's not from the farm. You married someone, not from the farm, and you married someone like that.
You're from the farm, but you married a woman from the sea.
That's it. Yeah.
And I'm from the sea and married a woman.
That's it. That's it. Can't even remember what we did.
And I'm from Omaha. What can I say? I have no excuse, yes, but my parents had the good grace to get out of there soon. So I grew up in St. Louis Park. I'm a native Minnesotan, although I wasn't born here. I love it here. There is an ethos, there is an ethic here, there is a Minnesotan, there is that.
Why did Michelle Bachmann go back to Iowa?
Because she's from Waterloo, and she said John Wayne's from Waterloo, and he's not.
No.
But we'll sort that out later.
John Wayne Gacy's.
John Wayne Gacy's from Waterloo, but we don't want to go there.
No, I don't want to go there.
No.
Is this her territory?
Yes, we're in her 6th district right here.
Got to be careful.
Got to be really careful.
Yeah.
But the bridge is still working, so that's the power of Congress right there. Yeah, it's going up and down and up and down. You guys listen to radio much anymore?
Oh,
Do you? Can I ask you what sort of radio do you listen
I don't
to?
listen.
I don't think so.
Oh, I listen a lot.
What do you listen to, Roger?
WCCO.
Yeah.
WAVN. I do.
Roger?
I do.
Do you?
WAVN. I got it on the radio.
KLBB.
I'm on
maybe.
my car thing.
Yep.
No, I really do. Seriously.
Okay.
I like radio. Sure.
You've done TV, or you've done some TV too, Charlie.
Very little.
Yeah, I know, but radio, I've done a bit of TV, and I feel at home
I
on
remember
radio.
you from TV.
Yeah, I do too. I
Yes.
can't remember. My name escapes me. I can't remember. Chanel number 5. That was it. We had fun there. We did. We were. Well, I'll tell you. That's another story.
You were there many years.
Yeah, I was.
How many years?
I told them when they asked who I was just on a tour, so I lasted there all those years. They just thought I was with a tour group.
Well, Dave Moore stopped to use the bathroom.
He did. He got hired.
And the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried that, but they didn't have any bathrooms, so it didn't work for me. Didn't work.
Great being with you.
You wouldn't want to. It's wonderful being with you guys. Thank you for everything you have done for us. You are really part of our families. No, this is not getting schmaltzy enough.
Yeah, it is
not
getting
being patronizing.
schmaltzy. We love it.
Okay. What is that stuff along the side of the road near a farm, Roger? It's not beans.
Huh?
If a horse just well, no.
Oh, I see.
You know what? I hope you guys do seriously consider. Charlie, go on and do the memoirs. Keep writing them. Put it down. And the trick is, don't think you're writing memoirs, but put your thoughts down in no particular order. You too, Roger. I hope you do it. You guys have lived a life through a period that will really never come again in this business.
I love this guy.
No. It's true. It's true. And,
No, you're very nice.
You are part of us, and we are grateful that you had so many years.
I should have said something you mentioned.
Please do.
When Charlie mentioned the thing at the old log on July 6th, 7:30. But anyway, we are going to have 2 different deals. The first part is going to be on 40s, all that good music, and some of the shows we did at that time. As a matter of fact, that were done at that time, we're going to do one a takeoff on what's his name?
George is getting the theme song ready here.
Oh, Jim Arness.
Jim
Arness.
Yeah.
Jim Arness recently passed
Yes,
away.
he did.
He was a
Yes, he did.
Minnesotan.
He was indeed.
We do politically correct Gunsmoke.
Do you? Politically correct, do you?
Yes.
How lovely. Folks, get out to the Old Log Theater. I never can find it. I try to find it.
But that second half is all Charlie's choice, because he just retired. We said that he should decide what things out of the past we should do in the second half of the show. So he's selected them. We don't know exactly what they are, but he's going to show me the script.
We'll find out.
You think they're
Pretty
legal?
soon now.
You think they're legal, Ron?
No.
No, definitely not. Well, let's turn on the music here, and we're going to thank buku thanks to Roger Erickson and Charlie Boone.
A legend
Racing us-
within their
a
own
legend
mind.
in their own mind and time. Boone and Erickson, thank you so much, guys. You're welcome here anytime. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for all you've done for us over the years. George, thank you, buddy.
You're welcome, sir.
Be of good
It's been
cheer.
a blast.